What's up, good people? It is so comical to me. Oh my God. I'm here at the Red Brick House, and it's kind of cool because I want the TV on ESPN in case there's breaking news about Saquon signing a deal and things like that, or other news and things. It's just nice to start getting used to it. If we're going to be here working while training camp is open, I got to keep my news up. The good thing, at least, is with practice being like 10, 11 o'clock out on the West Coast, that's like 2 or 3 in the afternoon here. So that's actually good news. So when they finish practice, it's about 4 o'clock. So I can do my work early, and then I can be, boom, getting ready to go ahead and bring stuff together. But of course, we still haven't quite got there yet. And of course, we all know what everybody's talking about, which is my quarterback, Dak Prescott. Let's go in here. Okay, see, this woman right here has taken on the Joy Taylor syndrome.
And he's getting up there. Do you want to sign up for more of the same, or do you want to try to go trade for a veteran? Because you know they're never going to be in a spot where they can draft somebody high up. They're never going to be that bad. They're never going to tank. They're never going to put themselves in that situation. But if you're okay being always like, I've said this about several teams before. If you're okay not being foul of the ball, but always invited to the dance, that's the Dallas Cowboys right now. They're relevant. They sell out games. They are always in the playoff picture, but can they actually take that step to get to the NFC Championship game?
Because they always do without Dak Prescott. They've been doing that for all those years.
I'm not so sure they're going to get there. I see.
I think perception is different than reality. When you look at them versus Philadelphia, last year Philadelphia outscored Dallas by a total of 10 points. And on the other side of the ball, Dallas' defense gave up 2 points less than Philadelphia. So the difference between those two teams is razor thin. And I think the difference this year is going to be this. Last year, Dak led the league in interceptions. That's been well reported. He had 17. But 11 of those were when they had the lead or the game was tied.
It was 15.
That's unacceptable. 15. And I think the combination of Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator at the Jets, someone that D-Wood and I are very familiar with, I think that's where we're going to see a massive change.
This is crazy.
Don't force the ball with a championship defense.
The difference is going to be having guys that can get open. He had to throw into more tight windows than anybody else in the NFL.
So I think Dak will play better. I think he'll play more efficient. And I think this team will stand
it's a job site, guys.
all season long with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, well, in terms of coming back, that is not something Dak Prescott did well. Completion percentage when trailing declined for a second straight season last year. Now, I know he missed time, but you need someone that you can put the entire game on your back, especially at the quarterback position, to be able to accomplish that.
Because Josh Allen always does that.
Because he is
always does. Kirk Cousins always does that. Derek Carr always does that.
Push the blame.
Justin Herbert. When they were up 27-0, he put them on their back to the loser game.
Mike McCarthy has obviously been talked about with mismanaging the clock, mismanaging his team, mismanaging his locker room, and now he's calling plays.
Mismanages his team to win a Super Bowl.
Going the right way for Dak Prescott and company. Won't it be easier to point the finger at the head coach than it will be at the quarterback, do you mean?
The head coach is 12-5 the last 2 years.
Quarterback. Again, quarterbacks don't grow. Franchise quarterbacks don't grow on trees. You just can't go out there and acquire those guys like say a running back.
They don't have them at Ace Hardware. So, I checked over at Ace Hardware. They don't have them.
Accumulate a body of work with Mike McCarthy here. Okay, you allude to some of the things that we talked about. Now,
another quarterback would have. I'm looking. Garbage, just straight garbage. Okay, another quarterback would have been able to do more than this, right? Look at this.
Why he was the play caller with the Dallas Cowboys.
He sucks, doesn't he?
One of the top 3 teams as far as offensive efficiency in the National Football League. We don't know what we're going to get with Mike McCarthy as a head coach. Again, the last time we seen him call plays was back in 2018. Now, we know that, again, Mike T alluded to it, Brian Schottenheimer is in the mix. He's going to be a guy that's...
I'm going to pause it right there for a second. Here's the thing. Here's the difference, I believe, the difference of Mike McCarthy and him just calling plays. He's not calling the plays in a vacuum. He's not calling the plays in a vacuum. He's got Brian Schottenheimer, who, mind you, Russell Wilson's best year statistically was with Brian Schottenheimer as the coach, running a West Coast offense. He's going to have that guy he's relying on as well. He has gone out and they have gotten not 1, not 2, but 3 analytics people that will also look at the statistics and things and help you with the downs and distance and things to figure out some of this stuff in here. It's not solely like everybody just disappeared and it's now Mike McCarthy and Mike McCarthy only. He's going to try and get all of the best information possible to make the play calling most efficient at the time and distance. He's got so much stuff that's going on with, of course, dealing with the quarterback and all that. You got somebody who's going to be checking the clock. You're going to have basically everybody coming together. It's not solely Mike McCarthy.
We'll make sure the running game and make sure the quarterback in particular takes better care of the football. But how far does this offense fall back as far as efficiency is concerned? And could Mike McCarthy play a huge part in that tail off?
Do you agree though that Dak has a better supporting cast around him this year than it was last year?
Oh, absolutely. Listen,
Yeah,
I've said this many
Noah
times.
Brown for Brandon Cooks.
Everyone hops on Dak Prescott and interception. There's no question about it. Also, with Dak Prescott, their receivers couldn't separate. That was one of the main issues with Dak Prescott.
More tight window throws.
Outside of CeeDee Lamb, no one could separate. That's why you bring in a Brandon Cooks, a guy that's been wherever he's been. He's been with a lot of different organizations, but the one thing that he's done wherever he's gone,
I've been
he's been
saying
very
that
protective.
forever.
So having that guy opposite CeeDee Lamb, a guy that can get open one-on-one, is critical for them. So he finally, I think Dak Prescott finally has that supporting cast around him. They just got to go out there and make it happen.
There you
I'll
go.
just say this because I see a lot of Kirk Cousins similarities here.
Oh, here we
what
go.
The Vikings are doing right now with his contract situation. He's in his final year. Dak has 2 more years, or this year, and then he's a free agent after the 2024 season. Vikings are letting that one ride out, saying if you perform really well this year, we'll
This stuff is
reevaluate.
just
But they weren't going
garbage.
to give him an extension.
And see, this is why so many people hate Dak Prescott, because you get bullshit analysis. Oh, just move on from Dak Prescott. Oh, then who you getting? Who you getting?
The last 10 seasons of any quarterback who's had 5 or more postseason starts. You want to sign up for more of that? Do you want to pay top dollar for that?
Because the Cowboys are always winning a lot of playoff games before.
You might have to take a step back at the quarterback position to take a step forward if you were to send him somewhere else, if you were to let him hit free agency, which we've seen teams be comfortable doing, trading away veteran quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, letting guys walk in free agency.
Aaron Rodgers is done.
Soon to be Kirk Cousins. Maybe if things don't go well this season, it ends up being Dak Prescott.
I don't know that the Cowboys necessarily want their franchise quarterback being compared to Kirk Cousins, and that's no shame. I guess it is a little bit at Kirk Cousins, but nonetheless, that's not what you signed up for in America's Team Night Team.
No, that's exactly right. And actually, this conversation goes back to
this is ridiculous. This is why ESPN and these shows are dying. Because people have gotten tired of the stupid bullshit takes.
A.J. Brown gets traded to Philadelphia. They fall short with Treylon Burks. They go sign D-Hop. A couple of years ago, Dallas trades Amari Cooper, a really underrated receiver in my opinion. And last year, between injuries, Michael Gallup, a lot of issues at the receiver position, it didn't work out beyond CeeDee Lamb. Now they go out and get Brandon Cooks, as D. Wood just alluded to.
I've got one more take here
Dak
before
Prescott
we
with
get
a more efficient offense. And by the way,
Okay. Let's take when we brought in Amari Cooper, because we were in a similar situation right now, or excuse me, last year that we were then. Cole Beasley was the best guy we had out there. We did not have the horses and the dogs in the fight. And we were 3-5 starting the season. Yeah. We get Amari Cooper, one of the best route runners out there. A far and away better receiver than we had on the roster. And what happened? The Cowboys go on a run. They win the division. Because they had a dog in the fight. Enter last year. Thank God he said it. Dak Prescott, other than CeeDee Lamb, had nobody who could separate. Noah Brown and Michael Gallup on one leg could not get open. Thus, Dak Prescott had to throw more tight window passes than anyone else in the NFL. And if you have to throw the ball when people are draped all over them, then guess what? There's more chance that there's an interception. When you have guys that like George Kittle, who's wide open, and Diggs doesn't take the shot to knock the ball out of his hand, it's a lot easier than throwing the ball where you can't see the receiver because there's 3 guys there, but you know where he's going to be, and I hit him in the hands. That should be the first down, and a big play. Instead, he tips the ball up and it's an interception. You can't put that on the quarterback. And this bullshit ass stuff of saying, well, they got to move on from Dak Prescott because ultimately just getting rid of Dak Prescott will make this team a Super Bowl contender. But funny how you don't hear about that with Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen is a turnover machine. Josh Allen, before he got Stephon Diggs, was ass. And Josh Allen, those guys at home field advantage, not having to go on the road after playing on a Monday night game, lost at home, scored 10 points. Aaron frickin' Rodgers lost to the same San Francisco 49er team without throwing a touchdown pass that we did the year before, and then failed against the Lions at home with nothing to win to get into the playoffs. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about any of that. Anyway, I got work to do, y'all. Catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.